Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Sit back, grab a beer. This could take a while. Got a lot to catch you up on. As you can see, I've got some bottles and some cans and things over here. But before we get into those, let's get into some of the recent homebrews we've got on tap. We're going to start with the Medusa IPA. That is 1 pound of Medusa in a 5-gallon batch. It's basically my Cloud Hopper base malt or base recipe, but changed the hops up. So still got a little haze. It's not like uber hazy, but there's plenty of hop particulate. It's actually dry hopped in the keg, so there's some floaties, but we'll see how she's doing. Smells pretty much the same. Maybe a little brighter than the couple bottles that I shared at NHC. That's fun. I get like this coconut character, honeydew, melon, a plethora of other things. It's pretty fantastic. I shared this with the boys at Yakima Valley Hops at Home Brew Con, and they loved it. I'm actually going to be bottling some up to send up to them to share with some of the guys in the warehouse, and then a couple of local brewers who aren't the biggest fans, but shout out to everyone at Yakima Valley Hops, Caleb, Jeff, and the crew. It's great hanging out with you. So I got home from Home Brew Con, and there was a beer mail waiting for me. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about the rest of my 2.5-week vacation. So in this beer mail, there was this guy, which is a 10.5% coconut porter. This guy, which is a 10.5% imperial stout. We'll say Russian imperial stout, based on what I know about it. And this guy, which is a pineapple strawberry milkshake IPA at about 7.4, let's just say 7.5. Along with those is Treehouse in Perpetuity, a 6.7% American IPA. Lights on. You know I can't get Treehouse down here. And I've had this one other time. Miraculous, beautiful beer. The Julius. Thanks, Lew Brew. Ryan Lewis hooked me up. I am super pumped to get a 6-pack, 3-pack of Lew Brew, and 3-pack of Treehouse beers. I'm actually super stoked about that. It's hard to get New England IPAs from New England down here, so really stoked about that. So Home Brew Con was awesome. I'm gonna go through a couple of things that I got and share them with you. Some of the garb, some of the swag that I picked up. Didn't really get anything like product wise. I did get something from Muntins. I'll show you what I got, so bear with. Cheers. So from Muntins, I got one of their extract brewery in a bag system. This is their pale ale. Supposed to make 25 pints. You basically ferment and serve all in this guy. Add water, add yeast, add water, shake it up, add your yeast, let it ferment, cap it, It's got two different caps. Actually, you change this cap out, you put the other cap on. It's an airlock, and it also will allow it to carbonate to the right volume of CO2 for serving, and then you serve it right out of the bag. Pretty cool. So we'll be giving that a bash. Also, got some cool tins, got some Canadian malting. Canada. So American. Sorry. Canada malting. I got some Baird's malt from the UK. These guys were awesome. Both of these guys are putting out some really great new malts. I can't really give you all the details because I don't remember everything. But there's some new takes on some traditional malts. They've got some really good new Pilsner malts that are fantastic tasting anyway. Pretty impressed with that. Got some posters. You got the cool RAR poster. Ah, that RAR aroma. Kind of a throwback, cool old school kettle poster there. Then you got this one. This is a Baird's malt. I'm sorry, not Baird's. This is Brees. This thing's pretty awesome. Check that out. That's cool. So new brew house art. I'm gonna put them up. I'm not gonna take old Tom Petty down, but we'll be putting something up there. Refill. So I got 3 taps on right now, which is pretty awesome. I've got the Medusa IPA. I've got the Club Brew India Pale Lager, which, look at that. Look at that beauty. Oh man, isn't that gorgeous? I can see through that thing. Looks like I'm getting a little chunky. I either moved that keg just a minute ago, or it's getting down to the bottom because it's been pouring super clear, as you can see. So lagered that thing, finished up a little bit higher than I wanted it to, but you know what, it drinks great. Medusa and Equinaut dry hop with the cryo hops. Great aroma, super clean. You know, I don't care. 10-17. I wanted it to finish at 10-10, but I'll take it, whatever. I wasn't gonna force the issue. Alright, so I'm gonna go through the beers that I brought back from Illinois. So went to a couple different liquor stores, beer shops and bottle shops, and I picked up a nice little variety. Things that, again, I can't get down here in Georgia. So we're gonna start with this one. This is the double dry hop Pseudo Sue. This beer is a Citra machine. It is probably the best Citra beer that I've had, except maybe King Sue. King Sue may just top this, but this beer is phenomenal. I like it because it's not super, you know, it's strong. What is it, 6.7 or something? It's strong, but it's not like knock you on your butt strong. So you could probably like drink this on your own. Yeah, it doesn't even have the ABV on it. I don't see it. Anyway, Toppling Goliath, killing it. Another Toppling Goliath here. I got the Mosaic dry hopped Golden Nugget. So this is really a nugget hop. I think it's Golden Promise and Nugget hops, if I'm not mistaken. It's an IPA, but this one here is the Mosaic dry hop. The Daisy Cutter, fantastic pale. This is a new up-and-coming brewing out of Chicago. This is Maplewood, and they're doing some pretty killer IPAs and pale ales, but they're also doing stouts. They're doing other things. They're not just one-dimensional. They are killing it. People line up at the gates. You know, this is a pretty happening brewery and pretty cool stuff. The 2 beers that I've had from them have been stellar. Pipeworks, Ninja versus Unicorn. This is an awesome IPA. I've had it maybe once or twice. It's 8%. It's actually a double IPA. Great beer. The original $10 banana. So this is Solemn Oath, and this is their India Pale Weiss. Basically it's a Berliner, or I'm sorry, it is a Hefeweizen that's been dry hopped or hopped up somehow. I'm not sure exactly how they did it, but I've had one of these, shared one with Elder. Freaking tasty. That's the kind of Heffy that I like. We got one here from Midnight Pig, and I don't really know this brewery at all, but I looked at it. I like the details. It's called Pinched. They've been around since 2012, which is kind of cool. American style IPA. Actually, they're in Plainfield, Illinois, which is it's probably only about 20 minutes, 25 minutes from Elder, maybe 25, less than a half an hour for sure. This beer is 6.5%, 68 IBU. It's 2-row Vienna, Munich Crystal, flaked oats, and then the hops are Mosaic, Cascade, Centennial, and Amarillo. So that sounds pretty good. Penrose Brewing. These guys normally do a lot of Belgian style and a lot of like sour, like maybe borderline sours. Maybe they do some sours. I'm pretty sure they do some sours, but a lot of Belgian styles. This is a juicy Midwest IPA. I haven't had this. It's called Midwest Vice. It's fairly fresh, not uber fresh like I would like, but it is within the 60-day range, which I shoot for. And these guys are in Geneva, Illinois, so that'll be a fun one to try out. Only got a couple of those. Standard Pseudo-Sue, because you gotta. Now this one, yeah, there's no date on it, but this one is actually really fresh. There you go, Noon Whistle. These guys are in Lombard, Illinois, which these are all like Chicago suburbs. This is an 8.2% double IPA, Northeast style, they're saying. Is that Northeast style? Don't really know a whole lot about this. There's not much on the can as far as information, but you can see there's some zombie action down there. And they actually do a label, but it's like a clear label, so they can utilize some of that silver, you know, can aluminum action. There's another one from Maplewood. I mean, they just got some great can art, don't they? I mean, it's just, they're killing it. This is called the Crushinator, and this is a session IPA. It's only 4.5%. Had one of these, super delicious. Simcoe, Mount Hood, Apollo, and Centennial. 32 IBU. This thing, all day long. Not all day IPA, but better. Now, I don't know these guys, but they're a Chicago brewery called Around the Bend. I mean, the label's kind of fresh and cool, but what caught me was this is a pistachio cream ale, and I've been wanting to do a pistachio beer for a number of years now. This is called Vera, and I think pistachio is one of those things where it's, you know, you like it or you don't. I happen to really love pistachio, so I'm really excited about this. And I didn't even read this information here, so I'm kind of holding off until I enjoy that one. Last can here, Two Brothers Sidekick. Alright, so this is the inspiration behind Dropkick Nate. They discontinued this beer and then just started releasing it again, or brewing it again, and started it back up. I think a popular demand type of thing. People were asking for it, so there you go. So I was able to find one, so pretty stoked about that. Friday Night Dice. I know nothing about this beer, but I really dig what Pipeworks is doing and what they're putting out, so I had to pick it up. Plus, if you look right there, it's brewed with Mosaic, Idaho 7, and Centennial. I mean, you can't go wrong with that combination. 7.2%. Again, no dates, so I'm going to assume that the guy at the liquor store was being honest with me when I asked him how old it was. So the cool thing about Pipeworks is they always do like guest artwork, and then they throw the artist some creds. So that's pretty awesome. Fun beard. They do have a couple of artists they work with quite a bit. So, and then this is another one from Pipeworks. This is Mongo Wongo. Now, I've had Wongo Mongo, the standard version. This is the one with pineapple juice. This thing, the original Wongo Mongo is Galaxy and Mosaic. So it is just a delicious, juicy kind of West Coasty kind of thing. Really a Midwest IPA, if I had to say, because it's a little bit of both worlds, but it's super delicious. So anyway, I could not pass that up. Great artwork, great stuff. Pipeworks, Chicago. One more. This is a brewery out of Niles, Illinois. I've never heard of them. It's called La Soule. I think I'm saying that right. This is their 2017 coconut and pineapple sour. 6.5%. No, that's the name of the beer. I'm sorry. It is the Un Anye Brewery. I can't properly pronounce that. I don't think that you could, like right there, if you could read it, if it'll focus. Right there. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright. So what's happening? That's a beer haul, right? Gotta get them back on the fridge. But Home Brew Con 2018 was fantastic. I have a video coming out probably in the next week or so. If things go right, I'll get it edited up and on the internets. But there's a lot happening. We're gone for 2.5 weeks. I'm catching up with a lot of stuff at work and in the homestead, but you know, we'll get through. Okay. So another thing at Home Brew Con is to show off a little bit of the stuff I got. This is a glass, pretty awesome. It's got a gold rim. Cool gold font, and then it's got the old widget on the bottom there. What the hell they call that? Somebody put a comment down there if you're still watching. Forgot what that's called, but the little etching in the bottom for heightened carbonation. But I love this glass. This glass feels really nice. I'm sure a couple other people have them, but it's a great glass. This is from Mecca Grade Estate Malt. This is a family-owned maltster. They are making these really kind of niche, killer malts. They do base malts, especially malts. Everything we tried from them was outstanding. They shared a booth with the guys at Yakima Valley, and super impressed. My wife actually I bought her a sweatshirt. Good stuff. So I'll be looking for them. Hopefully be picking up some of their malts here soon. Also, I got a Baird's Malt pint glass as well. Pretty excited about that. It's pretty awesome. Those are kind of the cool things. Other than that, you know, I got some hops. Got a few samples of malt. Got some yeast, but not a whole lot. It's basically some dry yeast. A lot of West Coast stuff. Got 2 packs of the Lallemand, and then I got some Mangrove Jacks West Coast, and then this is for that Muntins bag that I showed you earlier. Also had a another pack, one of these, an SO4, actually I have 3, and one of these, a USO4, or US, an SO4, and another Mangrove Jacks, the Workhorse, I think. No, Empire. It was Empire Ale. And those we used on a brew that we made over at Elders. There's going to be a video coming out of that. So I've got 2 more videos that I've already got footage, and I've got a lot of footage. I'm going to put those in to try to condense them into less than a 25-minute video, because I knew this one was going to be long. There's no way I could combine all of that. You guys would be watching this for an hour and be like, man, this Nate sitcom sucks. Under the Table's getting so boring. I don't know. I'm making stuff up. Anyway, got some cool pins. Got some cool plastic pint glasses. These things are kind of cool, and they're actually fairly tough. They're a little squeezy, but got a nice feel, and it looks like they'd hold 20 ounces maybe. Called a perfect pint. It's like it's a Mr. Beer thing. They were in our bags when we walked in, you know, registered. Let's get another one. All right. So the rest of the stuff is like stickers and little things, so I'm not going to share too much, I don't think. I will share 2 more things. This is the Amaretti. First, cheers. Awesome. Dropkick Nate. Bear with. Alright, so this is what they were handing out as kind of a grab bag, you know, swag for the show kind of a thing. And this is their passion fruit. These craft purees are awesome. They are shelf stable, so that means that they can sit on your shelf for a long time and not go bad. Something's rattling in there. But they the flavor, ooh, is killer. We're gonna do a little passion fruit Dropkick Nate. How about them apples? Bam! That aroma's happening. Cheers, everybody. Ah, that's so cool. Doesn't taste fake. It's like the flavor is so intense, just great. Goes super well with Dropkick Nate. I might have to bottle a couple of those up and send them out too. One more poster to show you. Hold on. Give them a little shout out too. So, Omega Yeast. Love them. Love these guys. Woo! This is like some high quality poster board here, poster paper. They changed their logo. Pretty cool, huh? That's actually I want to say like a scanning electron microscope image of the Seisenstein's monster, which is really freaking cool. And then on the back of this, they have their entire homebrew strains listing. So all the different ones. There's a couple new ones in here. They have an additional Kveik, and then they have another new one. Where is it? It's their they call it Tropical IPA, which is it's the WLP 644, I believe. Tropical IPA is a Saccharomyces strain, formerly classified as Brettanomyces, so that right there tells me that's probably what it is. And then they also do, I think that was the main one. They might have added the British Ale, a new British Ale, yeah. So the British Ale 5, I think it is, for bringing that haze. So I'm guessing that's probably like the London Ale 3. I'm guessing because Lance wasn't there, I didn't ask him. So B's and G's might be the most epically long and drawn out Homebrew Wednesday ever, but I really wanted to share all that fun stuff with you. So I hope you sat through all that, and if you didn't, I don't blame you. If you did, kudos. Let's raise a pint. Cheers. Hope everyone's doing well. Looking forward to the next Home Brew Con. This one was amazing. I do have some additional things to add, so it wasn't all roses. A couple of nights before we were getting ready to come back home, my wife started feeling lousy, and the night before, or the morning of, very early morning of the day that we were going to leave to come back home, we ended up in the emergency room, and she had to have an emergency surgery, an appendectomy, because her appendix was about to blow up. So you know, the symptoms were pretty, they were kind of up and down, touch and go, and finally got to the point where it was too much. So we said, okay, we're going, and I'm glad we did. Caught it before it ruptured and got her on the right track, got it fixed up, and you know, she was still in recovery when we drove home, so we took it easy. Took a couple days to get home, but we're gonna make sure everything's good and see if we can't find a cause, if there was a cause, because there's some suspicion, and we're gonna get to the root cause for show and get her all straightened up. But Mrs. Fresh P is doing fine. She's recovering. We're gonna get her right as rain and brewing again. That's right. Mark my words. Dang, passion fruit Dropkick Nate. That's money. Cheers, everybody. I really do appreciate you sticking it out if you're still here. And until next time, homebrew up. Cheers.